Hey. All right. So Virgos, I have had a nightmare going on with you guys. I can't seem to get your videos out. I have actually recorded 3 of them, and I can release, well, one is still processing the second part of it, and so I can't release that. And the other one is still processing as well. I'm not sure what's going on, but it sure is seeming like it's very focused on very specific zodiacs. So all I can say is let's see if tomorrow will be a very nice, beautiful Virgo day for you, as those videos are able to be released tomorrow. But for now, let's do what we can, shall we? Maybe those messages are supposed to be delayed. So we are starting us out here with the 5 of Cups. There is a big sensation of loss for a character. There is something that although the window is open, meaning they seem to be willing to let something enter into their world. Unfortunately, it's also the back of their mind continues to be plagued by something that they say never came in for me. I opened up the doorway and that love offer didn't come in. And that is what I am most sorrowful about, is I feel as if I didn't end up with an offer. An offer didn't come to me. This could have come in the form of like Virgo waited and waited for someone to reach out to them after, a time period. They thought the next day they'd hear back from someone. The next day they'd hear back from someone. They didn't. This could have been like, I thought I was going to get the call back for the job. I never did. I think this is more about romance though, because we do see roses in the cups. And, I gotta say, with this, 5s are always numbers of change, okay? But in particular, with this 5 of Wands, I think that our character is struggling right now. I don't know if this is a Virgo or the other person, but they're struggling right now to try to cut through something that is holding them back. So whomever didn't come forward, they themselves are tangled up. We've got all these red ribbons wrapped around everything, and even their ability to cut themselves free, their little hatchet has been tangled up. I feel as if even if somebody wanted to cut themselves free, they're unable to do so. So was someone not permitted to come toward our Virgo because they were in a place of trapped energy? Someone literally got themselves stuck somewhere. Direction. All right. So perhaps the most important aspect of all of this then is, was someone clear on how to get from point A to point B? Because right now we could have delays and confusion, less because someone's really stuck and more because they just haven't looked at the map yet. When we talk about direction, somebody has to be clear on what action they're taking and why. Then we also have to really know where to, say it's somebody driving in a car. Well, you need to know the route to get to where you want to go. Otherwise, you could wind up hours down the wrong road, and then you're running out of gas. And then guess what? The delays are more significant. So I'm wondering right now, did someone assume that they knew what they were doing, and that is what got them into a pickle, and that is why they have not come forward to the individual who was waiting to hear from them, waiting for this person to come in? We've got a Wheel of Fortune, but we also have, I know nobody likes to hear this, but it's patience, grasshopper. Divine timing, Wheel of Fortune combined with our slowest night, right? That Knight of Pentacles. I keep feeling like somebody got like a big old flat tire, but instead of just being able to replace their tire, they had to reinvent the wheel. Somebody had to make a wheel, smelt it and forge it and, create a wheel so they could move forward again. To me, this looks like before someone could get back on the road, could get on the right direction, they took themselves down the wrong thought process and then crashed and burned right there. And they mangled this connection pretty badly. Maybe somebody misjudged the Virgo, and then moved in a certain direction. By the time that they realized that they misjudged the Virgo, a lot of damage had been done. And now to turn that thing around and come back into the Virgo's world, it was going to require them to actually reprocess their way of thinking about things, because their evaluation methods were what was skewed in the first place. That's one interpretation that we could go with here. I'm wondering if this person, if those red ribbons were really associated with like the ties of passion. Like this person was very passionate about Virgo, but they couldn't seem to, if anything didn't go smoothly between them and Virgo, then it was like, well, I can't even deal with this because I only know how to deal with the passionate side of things, not the real emotional side of things. So they were kind of bogged down and stuck. But with that in mind, they also misjudged the situation, and that it's taken them time. But the universe intentionally made them take time. They said, you've got to restructure something. Don't go toward Virgo again until you really are a refreshed, renewed individual, until you put new wheels on your vehicle, until your mind works different. The wheels of your mind have to spin in a different direction, because there was a blockage that this person caused, but then the universe contributed to this and saying, no, you got to first be able to process things. Who is the Virgo? Be sure about that, and be sure about what you really think. Be sure about what's in front of you. Evaluate things accurately this time. Then you can get back on track. We've got 7 of Cups. We got a Knight of Wands. I think our character is finally at a place where they have been confused about how to get things back on track with Virgo. They haven't known how to speak to Virgo. What words should I say? They're finally having it lit in their mind. They're finally seeing a way forward. Why? Because they paused long enough, and they might have gotten very, they need to become more spiritual is what I'm going to say. If they were going to correct something with Virgo, they had to first figure out how to communicate with Virgo, especially after they maybe misjudged Virgo, or maybe they behaved abominably or something like that. And then they realize after the fact, oh my God, I was being a total jerk to Virgo because I was bent out of shape. I didn't understand Virgo or where Virgo was coming from. Now I realize I was the colossal jerk in the situation. How do I correct things with Virgo? And for a while they had been flat out mystified. How do I even begin? What's the right approach? I think they had to first sit with like a spiritual aspect of themselves and wait for illumination, right? They had to wait for that lightning strike of clarity to say, now I know how to step forward. Okay, it makes sense. Now I understand how to progress, because understanding that we've misjudged a situation is only one piece of it. Understanding how to correct the fact that we misjudged a situation and maybe really caused somebody a lot of hurt. Look at this. It's the Judgment card. They have discovered follow the yellow brick road. They know the way home now. They know how to get there. This person is it's a hallelujah moment. This character has come to a conclusion. They know how to correct things with Virgo. Well, can I know? Will they tell me? Let's see. 8 of Wands. I'm going to talk to the Virgo. What? I know. Crazy. Talk. Take direct action. Use my words to paint the picture of how I really feel. Use my words to illuminate the things in the darkness. Virgo doesn't know what I know about why I did what I did. I'm going to communicate the Virgo. I acted like this because X, Y, and Z. I misunderstood something, then I reacted in a certain way. You don't know that I was totally thinking something differently, and they have to paint the picture. They have to let the other character understand this. They also have to let the character understand the changes that they've gone through. I'm seeing this differently. I've looked at stuff in a different light now. I reinvented the wheel of my thought processes. Maybe they've never met somebody like Virgo before. They are on fire for the Virgo. They also need to let the Virgo know that they have been trying for a very long time to figure out how to correct this. That it wasn't just like, I was a jerk. I got something totally confused in my head. Then I reacted like that and I was a jerk. And then I just flat out didn't care. that I had been a jerk to you. They also have to explain, like, I have given this tremendous thought. I have been trying to fix this and figure out how to approach you for a very long time. This could be a whole year that this person has been trying to figure out how to approach Virgo, because a wheel is cyclical. I always look at it as a year, or at least a cycle, like maybe one moon cycle, maybe a month, time frame. Whatever this is, they have to actually convey all of that. They're realizing that the way to fix something is to actually give the other character a sense of understanding as to what happened, why they didn't step forward, where their confusion was. This has been a very confused situation. There was a lot of misdirection, and we need to course correct and get stuff back on track. Holy smokes. This character, we got the Star card, we got a Queen of Cups, we got a Two of Wands. I think that they are trying to express, like, I want to heal this with Virgo. Virgo is their wish fulfillment. And we see that. We see them wanting this very, very much. They may be hoping that they could full on lay out a plan for their wish come true, would be maybe by the fall for either Virgo to move with them or them to move with Virgo. I mean, I think that this person is like, they really want a chance to change this, to like, I think they really hope that Virgo will give them their emotions again, is what it boils down to. That's really what they want. I think this person is afraid that they can't do it from a distance. They kind of, I'm almost thinking, feel a little bit frantic, like I need to get into Virgo's life so I can see them like daily. I need to see them all the time, because otherwise Virgo won't develop this emotion for me again. They know that Virgo's life is a pretty blessed one, is what it looks like. Like, I think they view Virgo as somebody who's, if they're an artist, they're a very talented, very skilled artist. The things that they touch, like, create. And I think that this person, that might be one of the other things, like, they want Virgo to understand that they do understand the Virgo better now. I'm wondering if it's like this Virgo is very vast in their mind. This Virgo has a lot of capabilities. They have a huge wealth of power that they wield. And I think they're trying to let Virgo know, you have that power over me too. Why was this person a colossal jerk? I'm sorry, I do have to ask that though. Why was there all this confusion that made everything like go belly up in the first place? Three of Wands, Knight of Swords. So this might have gotten off like at a breakneck pace. They maybe felt extremely bonded to Virgo in all kinds of ways that were hard for them to explain. They couldn't figure out what their brain chemistry was, why it felt like it changed so much when they met Virgo. This person was kind of like on fire for Virgo right away. But I think immediately they were thinking about a future with Virgo. And I'm not sure that they might have rushed that, talking about that, wanting this all at once. But because it was rushed, then it was like, oh, wow, that was maybe coming on too strong. Now I need to clinically think about this. It's like they pushed something forward, overstated what they wanted, and then they went into like investigator mode and wanted to like dissect their thoughts and emotions about things, or even realizing that I don't know why I feel this way about Virgo. I need to figure this out. I need to dissect all of this. It's like they went from warm and let's do this and emotional and like the artistic energy within them was also then turned ice cold at the same time, because they moved too fast, and then their reaction was like to retract and get super clinical and cold. That's the way this is coming across. Something about this person, like they had to question everything all of a sudden. And I think in dissecting things, but without like maybe telling the Virgo that, see, 10 of Wands, without telling the Virgo that they were working on trying to understand a situation themselves. They might have compared and contrasted Virgo's behavior next to every person they'd ever met, because Virgo is different than anyone they've ever met. And they might have consistently been seeing Virgo in a slightly skewed vision, because they were holding up Virgo's behavior and reactions to every other person they'd ever encountered. And it wasn't making sense until they finally realize the truth of it is because Virgo is not like every other person. I keep expecting them to react in a certain way. I keep expecting them to have a certain effect on me, but Virgo's effect on me is totally different. Virgo's reactions to things are totally different. Maybe this person hasn't really had somebody that loved them before, and they really didn't. I don't know if they've never had someone who connected that well with them before, and then that kind of made them freak out, and then they assume that no, they're probably playing a game just like that one person I know played a game with me. Okay, no, I guess Virgo's not playing a game. Okay, but Virgo is, this or that, just like that one other person was. Wait, no, that doesn't explain them either. I think that they really dissected in all the wrong ways Virgo's behavior, and they did it with a clinical coldness, I think, instead of just getting to know Virgo. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense the way I've described that. It's a very I don't like the way they've behaved at all, and I can see why the universe was like, whoa, you need to totally change the way you're operating. I wonder if this person was calculating and they were used to meeting people that were calculating, and it's like, oh yeah, I meet people that are game players, and so we all have that unspoken, like we all know that we're all playing a game, we say things that we don't mean. And Virgo was like, I don't know what they're talking about. What I said I meant. But this person immediately discounted a bunch of stuff. They were excited, they wanted this, and then they retracted and they told themselves, no, this is all, remember, it's just the game that we all play. It's weird because this person had great hopes for this. They felt really like overjoyed to be with Virgo. They thought it was real, and then they freaked themselves out and said, no, it can't be real because everyone I know plays games, so Virgo is too. And then they kept assessing this and addressing this, and they kept discovering that they were wrong about Virgo. Virgo was the real deal that they thought they were right in the beginning, but then they like retracted their energy. That's the way this is coming across to me. I don't know if that makes any sense, but they're finally breaking through from that thought process is what it looks like to me. And they are stepping forward. I mean, the problem with this is that they had caused Virgo an awful lot of grief at this point. Does Virgo want them at this point? Because this, even though we can kind of see why this character behaved that way, I don't know that Virgo is going to want them back. Got a Page of Cups here, and I'm not, oh, sorry, there's a second card. What is that? Stuck together. And a Knight of Cups. Okay, a Page and a Knight of Cups stuck together on both sideways. It feels a little bit like Virgo's kind of like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. I think Virgo is nervous around this person now. I don't know what's real with them anymore. I don't know where their emotions really are because they could be so cold with me. So I don't know how I feel about them. They caused me a lot of grief and it didn't matter. I don't know how I feel. Do I open up to this person? Do I believe their words? Or is this a sincere apology? They want me to understand who they are, but what if they're just a gamer? What if they're someone I can't trust? Three of Pentacles, going to the Four of Pentacles. Virgo keeps having this mixed emotion. I want to deal with them, but I just don't know if I can. So I'm going to deal with them, but I'm going to hold back until I see that they're safe. I think that's the only way to handle this. That's what we're seeing is I have to see if they're safe. All right, I'm going to leave that there. This person doesn't have access to all the best parts of Virgo, not for a while, not until Virgo develops trust with them again. You guys, thank you for being here. If you do enjoy the channel, please give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.